It's going to affect every nation in the world. We're going to be in World War III. And a lot of people hadn't heard the other part of the prophecy. After they finish nuking America, Russia is going to the Europe, back over to the east, to take over all the countries there. And that's where they're going to be stopped. But they not before they destroy America and a lot of other countries. So you need to listen. I'm trying to preserve all nations, not just America, all nations. If they hit America, America is influencing the world. That's the devil's strategy. He want to destroy America because America is influencing all the nations of the world. That's a strategy. That's why we must focus on America first, because he is doing it. He knows what he's doing. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Wave your hands at me. Wave your hands at me. So y'all need to talk to pastors, and they bring up that trash on the internet. You need to say, you need to drop that. That's a bunch of foolishness. We know what happened. Some people are so pressured by their families and friends and other peers in ministry. They don't want to stand up for me publicly. They are so afraid. They don't have no spine and know I'm of God, but won't stand up because the persecution is too great. What kind of friend are you? Not only to me, but to God. If God has truly sent me to help this nation, you should be propelling what I'm doing everywhere. If I'm doing the most important job right now, that is a matter of our life and death and the annihilation of a whole nation, why wouldn't you get behind that? I have proven myself for 30 years that I've been faithful to God and faithful to this assignment. And all of the prophecies that I've been saying is now coming to pass right in front of your eyes. Do y'all understand that? So I say this to you. Let's join together. Let's join together. Let's be friends. Let's help one another. I want to help save your country, our country, and your country and other nations. But starting with America, I want to help save your city, your state from being nuked, from millions of people dying. I want to save you, your family, your relatives, your children. Your children will die in this war. This war ain't going to be where we're going to go on a battlefield and we're going to all face it off like we did in the Civil War and keep the kids and children protected somewhere safe. No, they're going to nuke whole cities where children and women live. They don't care. You understand how vicious this attack will be? You can't hide. Listen, how is it that since I was in college, I've been talking about a war with nuclear submarines from Russia that we didn't even know they had that capability, even back then that was possible. Now they've made the greatest nuclear submarine fleet in the world that not even America can rival their submarines. It's come to pass after 30 years. And they are threatening war. They are threatening nuclear attack to America right now. First time in history, Russia has threatened America with nuclear war. We're getting close to the war. And if you don't listen to me, I'm saying this humbly, not because I'm arrogant, not because I feel like I'm the only one, according to myself, but according to God, he has sent me as the only one. That if you will listen to what God give me to say, and you will join with me in these crusades to save our country, and you will hold my hands up as the Moses in this generation, God will change this edict of war. He will turn around. He will come and stop this. He will fight with me, with America. But if America continue to dishonor me in the social media, if you continue to dishonor me, when you dishonor a prophet in your own country, you get nothing. Jesus could do no miracles in his own country because they dishonored him. America, you will not see the power of God on my life if you don't honor me. If you do not honor what my assignment is. I'm not asking you to bow to me I'm asking you to listen to the assignment that God has given me to this country and the seriousness of it, and to comply with the solution so you can be saved. Why don't you help me save you and quit making it difficult? How many understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying to this country, to pastors, apostles, and prophets. While you somewhere doing your little apostolic and prophetic conferences, and you're doing all your little crusades and all this stuff you doing, you are not focused on what's going on and what's going to really happen. Everybody want to rally around the leader that they want. They don't want to rally around the leader that God sends. Because I am telling you, I don't care how many services you do at your church. I don't care how big it is. I don't care what you're doing. And it may be some assignment God has given you, but it ain't more important than this. Because the point is, if this nuclear war comes, you ain't going to have a freaking church no more. You ain't going to be able to gather in it. It's going to be all radiation flowing through it. Most of your people will die. It don't make sense. First things are first. How many understand that? It's just common sense. First things are first. That's why God sends apostles first. He sends them last, but they are first in the church. But even among apostles, there's ranks. There's apostle that is first and that is chief. Jesus set that order with Peter. But a lot of these guys, they think they chief. God didn't give you the keys of the kingdom like he gave me. I appropriate my authority in front of you because I was visited by Jesus face to face. Why would I dummy down to you like that? I don't care how long you've been in ministry, which I do honor that. I'm talking about compared to what Christ told me to do. I don't care about how long you've been in ministry, how big your ministry is, who respects you, none of that. You better respect God. And the elders of Israel were very smart. They knew God had chosen David, and David was much younger than them, but he was king. He was first. And they understood if they didn't rally around that leader that God sent, Israel would not be preserved. And I'm telling you, if America don't get with me, God has inaugurated me as king in his kingdom on earth with the keys of the kingdom. If all the leaders do not rally around me and help to hold my hands up to save this nation, you won't have a nation to live in. You will have to transport overseas somewhere. That's if you even survive the blast.